Hello Libra, welcome back to Theresthattarot. Libra, we're looking at what you can't let go of as we approach the end of the year. You have a decision. There's two paths. There's always two paths, right? But there's two paths. There's one that keeps you locked in where you are. And I feel like it's going to hinder you from the growth that I see with the other option. The other option involves change, though. It involves a change of direction, but I also feel like there's so much more possibility that comes from this other option. It involves an action of yours, but there's something here that's keeping you from moving forward. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? Somebody's been drowned in their thoughts. Or maybe it's like maybe you went back to something, Libra. This could have been with work. This could have been, it's like you came back together with someone. Or maybe you're realizing that whoever it is that you were working with, or whatever that coming together was for you, what is this? That you haven't wanted to let whatever this is go. You haven't wanted to let it end. It's something that may already be, it's like you've had signs about this. It may already be over, but we just haven't truly released it. And I feel like it's draining you. And it's not producing. It may be a love connection with a weak foundation. Somebody regrets getting back in contact with whoever this person is. Because I feel like maybe there was something that you found out when you went back that truly helped you to say, you know what, I'm going to have to do this one on my own. But whatever the situation is for you, connected to this person, either that you have a soulmate connection with, you grew up with this person, you have a lot of memories of this person. It's a love connection. 2 of Cups. Who is this? There's resentment. Don't blame yourself for what you didn't know. Don't blame yourself for opening your heart to somebody. Or not listening to yourself and bop, 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 bop. You know what I mean? You lived through this experience, and as long as you take the lesson with you, you don't have to repeat this experience. So don't beat yourself up. If we knew better, we would have done better, right? This could have something to do with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. This person hurt you, Libra. And I feel like you put a lot in. I feel like you invested a lot of energy into this. It was a lot of something. Y'all got to a certain point, but then what did they do? Whatever they did made you want to completely avoid this person and the heartbreak that they caused you with their lack of fidelity, or their lack of initiative, or their lack of whatever it is for you, Libra. And their back and forth. And possible lack of explanation, too, for the back and forth. It's like I'm realizing that if I don't, this ain't my love. This ain't the one. That's what I'm realizing. That this is not the one for me. And I'm gonna have to start over at this point. And I'm gonna have to. Oh, somebody here may have. I feel like a part of what you can't let go of is that someone may have gone back to someone else that they feel like they had a missed opportunity with. Somebody may have, they may have started this And then the plans between the two of you became all talk. Because as they started to give less and less to this relationship with you. And then came the fights. And then came the, you know what? I'm not doing this. I see it now. I see it clearly. So, a lot of back and forth with this person. I feel like you two have had a few go-rounds. And there's been... This may be like one of those people who love bombs you, you know? They come in hot and heavy, and then they fizzle out because there's no stick-to-itness. Is that what it is? So, what is stopping you from letting go, Libra? What is or was stopping you? You held on to the way it made you feel. I'm mad at you because of the way that this thing affected my confidence. Because of the way that, you know, because of like... I opened up to you. Something like that. And it could have been, it's like, it went from, I'm telling you, it was a love bombing situation. It went from all eyes on you to left on red type of energy. Just enough to keep you attached and hold you back. Just enough. Until you go ahead and say what it is that you have to say and end that shit for good. Get space from it so that you can start to manifest better in your life and heal from this. But there's nothing else that's stopping you. Besides your need to release the sense of injury that this person caused and look at it from a perspective of what this did for me versus what you did to me. Because nobody can really do anything to us that we don't allow to happen. Not to say you should be beating yourself up or I should be beating myself up, because we all, you know, we all on this journey. But I feel like it's more of, look at what you did to me. And nobody deserves that much power. Libra, okay? No, nobody deserves that much power. Healing is a continual effort, a continual addressing of the blockages, the heartbreak, the shit, you know what I mean? We go through these things so that we can better discern how to avoid these things in the future. So how is this affecting your life by not letting go of it? How is this affecting your life, Libra? You're not freeing yourself of this. And, you know, life is 10% of what happens to us. 90% what we do about it, right? The Eight of Swords talks about putting yourself in a self-imposed mental prison. And we do it all the time. You keeping yourself here is like, it's like dulling down you know how you can, let's say, you know, we out with a group of friends and it's always that one friend and they're always like so positive and hey, let's go, let's do it. And they always know which restaurant to pick, right? So we're out, we're on the town. Let's say we're in New Orleans and they're like, hey, let's go over here. I bet this place is good, right? And they're able to spot these things because they're always in this, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. It's a very inviting, positive, you know, that friend that's like, that always has the idea, because they're always on this, not to say that they always there, they can't get sad, things can't happen to them, but they're just in this high vibration. And when you're in a high vibration, it allow, you know, your thoughts are freer, and you can spot an opportunity and act on it quicker than you would be able to react if you were blinded by thoughts of something that don't pertain to your long-term goals or your desires. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. So it's like this self-pity, this doubt, this sadness, this whatever, however, whatever name is attached to the feeling of aloof. Oh, there are opportunities in front of me, but or maybe there's something divine being handed to me, but I'm still feeling like this because, you know what I mean? It's like, once you look up from that feeling, you see all that the world has to offer you, and how that option, that one option that I was talking about at the beginning of the reading, could keep you from seeing all of that. I hope that makes sense. Free yourself of the injury, the disappointment, the failure. Let it go. It ain't yours to carry. You gonna hurt your back carrying all them bags like that. Okay? So it didn't happen. So it made me unhappy. It didn't make me no less the Empress, though. If anything, it's why I'm the Empress. It's why there's peace and balance that's being restored into my life. Cliche, but what do they say? Protection, God's protection, rejection, whatever. These are the things that make us, this is the work that the Empress goes through. Because it's not that the Empress doesn't work hard. She does, but she gets to sit back and reap the rewards because she worked hard, and she also learned the lesson from the things that she went through. And that's what, you know what I mean? It's almost like they have this truffle, they have this mushroom in Italy, right? And I think they hunt, it's called truffle, I don't know. Delicious. Okay, that shit is good, but you gotta have a little money. To get a truffle plate, okay? Anything with real truffle on it, because I think like 1 kilogram can be up to 7,000 euros, dollars, whatever. And so, and they have armed guards who protect these fields of mushrooms. And I think it's pigs that are the one that sniff out these mushrooms. And just think about how valuable this mushroom has to be for it to be 5,000 to 7,000 per kilogram, right? And so, what is a mushroom? You know, but a fungus that grows on top of shit, and then it becomes something very high value. Does that make sense? It's like it took a little bit of shit to get here. But now, 7,000 by the pound. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get my analogy. But it takes this sometimes. You know, the same analogy with how you make a diamond. It takes pressure, all of that, to create this kind of person that you're becoming. Okay? Sorry. Not sorry. That's the vibe, right? So you resolving those issues within yourself, getting back out there, enjoying yourself, enjoying life, getting the proper rest, and switching your focus from that which keeps hurting you. Because I don't know, I feel like I may have to say this in every reading. What do they call it? The same receptors that are in our stomach are in our brain. You know, so when I crave coffee in the morning, my stomach knows, okay, This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. Even if coffee's not the best for me. Let's say coffee messes up my reflux or whatever. Let's say coffee's not for me, right? But my stomach craves it because that's what I've been giving it. That's the same thing that happens to our minds when we're in abusive situations with people. You wouldn't logically think, oh, I want more of that. But you'll be surprised at what your body and your mind can become accustomed to if you subject it to some bullshit for long enough. You know what I mean? So it's about retraining. When you go into a diet, that's what you're doing. You're retraining your mind. You're retraining your stomach. You're retraining yourself. You know what I mean? So this is what this is about. Is retraining. We're going back to school, Libra. School never ends. I don't know who told you it was over after you graduated, but it's not over until it's over. So, what steps can Libra take? I'm going to look at that in advice. What steps can Libra take in order to move forward? Let it in. Let it end completely. Cut it out. This is like, allow this thing to end, because look at this body language. This lady is free, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever. But this is like, you know, it's like anybody who's ever graduated, who's ever passed the bar, who's ever done anything, lost 100 pounds, whatever it feels, success feels like to you, comes when you cut this shit out and realize that tomorrow's another day. You know, every day we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. So this is, what else can you tell me? Some of you are dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, or just somebody who's very emotionally manipulative and all talk. Sometimes we have to find that place of acceptance for, you know, we want things so badly, Libra. And sometimes and there was a Libra who told me this, sometimes what's in your head is different from what you want. And sometimes what you want ain't what you need. You know what I mean? So, but when you are in a place, think about it. What's the example? Cooking. This is my big one. When I'm cooking, I like to be in a peaceful place. I used to date this Aries, and he would do chants. And it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Because he would chant this chant, and it was like, it was like some really different type of shit, right? But I remember how his food used to make me feel. Okay, we're talking about a man that'll cook for you when you get off from work, and I was working at a bar back then, so I'm getting off work, it's 2 a.m, and he's making me nourishment for my body. You know what I mean? And it was something about him honing in and, you know, just centering his energy on putting positivity and love into the food. And this is the same energy that you need to put into everything that you want to do with your life, Libra. And you can't have no shit like this around you when you're trying to do that. So this is what you're ending. This is what's closing out for you. Anything that blocks this positive energy from entering your life. So the outcome, if you do, the outcome when you let go. I can see clearly now. The bullshit's gone. I'm out of denial. You know what I mean? I can say whatever it is that I have to say. It's like you're not afraid to end, you know, whatever chapter or whatever little booty call over here, over there, these meaningless, frivolous whatevers in your life. You're not going to be afraid to say what you have to say because I saw that shit. And I saw that shit because I'm healed. You know what I'm saying? We see stuff when we healed that we can't see. It's kind of like how you know your child is lying because you ain't been where I've been yet. It take a little bit of shit to make an empress. Okay? I bet y'all ain't never heard that in a tarot reading. Libra, I'm going to leave it there. Like, share, and subscribe if this resonated with you. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box for that. I love you. You got this. Let's rock it out. Ciao.